Welcome to Bonus Action, a tabletop podcast. Join us on a Dungeons & Dragons journey through the maelstrom continent of Idax on the world of Gloria. Our daring adventurers will uncover the mysteries of the new world and reveal stories of their past. Let's go ahead and meet the cast.
Hello, I'm Druten. I am playing Rizarin Inarek, the half-elf paladin.
Hi, my name's Eric. I'll be playing Bartleby Mriffindor, the human warlock, who's got a little bit of a secret behind him.
I'm Tim, and I'll be playing Vale Luckall, a failed wizard turned adventurer.
Hi, I'm Sean, playing Fenrir Oakenshield, a monk halfling who really wants to be a dwarf.
And I'm Rich, also known as Walnuts, and I will be the DM for all of you in my homebrew world of Caloria. Hey, we're back!
Yay! Hello. Whoop whoop.
It's another, well, it's only been like about 20 minutes for us, but it's been 2 weeks for you guys. Welcome back. Again, you already heard the intro, but I'm Richie, or Walnuts, depends on what medium you're finding us in, or from, and I will be DMing our tabletop, D&D game. I'll get this right sometime.
No, you won't.
It never will.
You still, no, that'll never happen.
Before we get started, let's just have everyone say hi. Sean.
Hi.
Tim.
Hello.
Eric.
Hola.
Druten.
Hi.
And then Cobb.
Really? You couldn't say something other than hi?
Guten Tag.
He already took hi.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Good.
In Tog.
Anyway, last we played, does anybody want to recap or should I just recap?
Recap.
Alright, recap. Last we played, you guys were on a ship. You decided to not fight a Kraken at level 1. Smart on you. And you landed onto the continent of Idax. There will be a write-up on the website for a recap that I will be doing between episodes, so if you guys want, you can just read through that. And pretty much just, let's get started. You guys are on this nice white sandy beach. It's pretty decent, very tropical. The jungle right in front of you, there is a path, and you do see a marking of which way to go. And it is where you're being pointed to go on this marking is a little cut down more than the rest of the jungle. It seems like maybe within the past couple of weeks, there has been a group of people that came out and cut the path and then went back. But it's been a few weeks, so it's starting to get a little overgrown. You have Captain Darkhorn with you, and he looks around. He sees it. You're all set, and he's like, "Let's just pull that boat to shore. The rest of my crew will get it, bring it back when they have to keep going back and forth to unload supplies. We got to get going. Welcome to Idax." And then in your minds you hear da-na-na-na-na-na.
That's only when you get up to the gate. Are we at a gate?
No, you're not.
Then it doesn't happen.
And he's like, it's going to be a couple hours through this jungle. We should start headed out there.
Do we have an hour? How long do we have before we ended up taking off? Would I have been able to summon familiar?
Yeah, you would have been able to summon familiar.
Okay.
If you had the actually, you wouldn't have. You don't have material components.
I have a component pouch.
No,
I need
that's
right.
Stuff that is consumed.
That's true.
So you would have sat there for an hour trying to summon and not been able to because you're like, oh, I don't have the expensive incense.
Or the pot to cast it into.
True. Okay.
But those supplies are probably pretty common enough that you should be able to find them when you get to the garrison.
Okay.
And you should have time to actually summon it then.
Makes sense.
And he looks at you, any questions or should we get going?
Let's move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts headed down into that like slightly cut up path, and he starts chopping away at it. He looks over towards your strong, heavily armored friend Rizarin, and he's like, "You mind helping make a path for these ones?"
Absolutely.
So you do mind?
Yes. No.
Okay. All right.
I was already hacking away through.
Yeah. So you with you already hacking away, it'll be you and Captain up front. And what's the marching order for the rest of you?
I'll be behind him.
In the second spot.
Yeah, second spot.
Okay.
I'll take the rear.
Take the rear, and are you going to be in the middle?
Yeah, sure.
Got it. You start heading through, and like I said previously, as you landed on the beach, you hear like calls and a cacophony of different wildlife noises. I like that word, cacophony.
I was going to say nice vocabulary word.
Thanks. That's my one for the day.
So on your calendar last week?
It's actually like I googled it real quick. My iPad's not that fast. I wouldn't be able to. But just all sorts of jungle noises. Cats hissing. Some roars. Just and obviously crickets and everything else, and all kinds of bug life, and even some cracks of trees and branches. And it's very dense on either side of you. As you continue forward, it is humid, it is uncomfortable because of how humid and even warm it is, even under the canopy of the jungle. You guys travel for about an hour and a half when Captain looks and he's like, I know we're in a rush, but we need to keep our strength up. Let's take a quick break. And he finds a little spot off to the side, chops it down, and just like an area for you guys to catch your breath, because there are some of you that walk a little bit slower than the rest, that might have been rushing to keep up. And he can see that. And he looks towards all of this. He's like, so what made you come on this treacherous journey? What made you come to Idax? Like, those who are, what's the best way to put it? Light of heart, I guess you could say. Or light-hearted, or not very tough in the insides. Usually wouldn't come on an adventure like this. And he's not looking at anyone specific, but he keeps making his eyes look towards Val just a little bit more than everyone else.
I was recruited to a greater purpose.
Oh, interesting. You gotta enlighten that, or?
No.
I just want to get to know the people I traveled with. If you decide to go back a year from now, gonna have you on my ship again. So.
Oh, I failed out of school and I need a new job.
Failed out of school? What was that?
I said I don't plan to go back.
Man, that's not often I hear that. Many people just come for the money.
Most people aren't as ambitious as I am.
I like to hear that. What about you two?
Just came looking for some adventure.
I like adventure.
Yeah. Me too.
Adventure can find you anywhere, though. Why here?
I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And then there was a Kraken, so I'm starting to reconsider maybe, but we'll see.
Makes sense. I understand that. I've been drawn here by something myself. Not entirely sure what. I'm in search of things. Knowledge, maybe. It's about as far as I think I can go with that one. So, yeah. Adventure sounds way cooler, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound cooler.
I'm pretty sure you found it.
I hope so.
I hope not.
Well, you're in for quite an adventure over the next couple of days, at least. Have you heard anything about Shalepoint Garrison? Has anybody told you anything about it?
No.
Not really.
Alright, well, it's quite it's a magical place. Not actually magical. For some reason that came up into my head. It's not actually super magical. It's quite normal. But it's a nice place settled between these two mountains in a valley. It's actually kind of beautiful the way they set it up. Their general rule is help them, you get to stay there. They're going to provide you mostly with just a couple of tents. They're pretty heavy, hefty tents, in this little outcropping of living areas. That's where you're going to stay. That's where your housing is going to be. As long as you're doing jobs for them, you don't have to pay for anything. Well, rent, at least. Like, you still have to buy your food and supplies and such.
Do we have to live in the town?
No, but if you want to stay on this end of the garrison, you need to help them.
Why would we not want to stay in the town?
I'm just asking. I can survive in the wilds. I'm sure we all could.
Mm-hmm.
What do we need them for? What do they need us for?
They need help with the exploration of the island. And he pulls out this map, and you finally see for the first time, like, a bird's eye view of the island. But most of the inner area of it is uncharted. They've only really been able to circle the entire continent, and it took a few months for them to be able to do that. And what you see is what it looks like is kind of like a dragon's claw. There's three peninsulas on the upper corner, and you do see a marking of like a giant mountain range in the direct middle, but like it's kind of like not to scale. They really don't know where exactly it is because they haven't gotten there.
What types of artifacts might we be finding? What do we know of who lived here before, if anyone lived here before? Are there natives, I guess, would be another question.
Natives, I'm not quite sure we've actually encountered many natives. Like, there are these lizard creatures I was telling you about, a bunch of other different beasties that are on the other end of the garrison. So once we get to the garrison, you'll understand what I'm talking about on the other side. There's a large gate between the mountain pass that is generally always closed. They do have like normal modern man-sized doorways to get through. They don't often open these giant gates, but they're there in case they ever need to for siege weaponry and such. But they tend to keep them closed because on the other side are some larger beasts that we might have to fend with. So they want to keep it closed. As for natives, you'd have to speak with Ilmar. I believe that was his name. Imonar. He is the local arcanist and researcher. They might know more.
So he might be able to direct me or explain to me what types of unique artifacts and things we might be able to find here.
Possibly. He's got a connection to the arcane. Their head is always up in the clouds. They're always looking up at the stars. So they might know some.
That should work for me for now.
Alright. You guys have any other questions? We could get going even further down.
Do people choose not to stay in the town?
There are a few. There have been some that they came here looking just to escape, and when they got here, they didn't want to work. So they didn't quite choose to not stay in town, but they chose to not work. So they were kicked out of town. There may occasionally be run-ins with them when you're on the other side of the garrison. They actually camped up. They tend to find themselves with other abandoners, we like to call them. And they're kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm never on the other side of the garrison, so I don't really know how bad they can be.
How long will you be staying on the island?
I leave in a year. So I'll be repairing my ship from any damage from the storms and gathering any supplies that need to be brought back, and by the end of, within a year from now, I'll be headed back.
Alright.
Oh, let's get going. We still got about another 2 hours. He gets up, starts headed back north, following that path. Food will be here soon.
That's nice of the captain order.
Thank you, Captain.
He after about an hour's travel, he stops suddenly, and he listens and looks around. And I should have set up a different map because you're not in the middle of the town. There, all the way at the back of the book there's planes. We could just use that. There you go. Just imagine, a lush.
There's those many things, and there's not a fucking jungle one.
I don't know if there is one.
I actually don't think there's a jungle in here.
Or a more dense forest, just even normal
There might be.
forest.
There might be. I just know the very back had a flat plains.
There we go.
It's definitely that one.
We'll find something.
Definitely
Keep going.
the death circle.
That's more like when we get to the game.
But
Alright.
so
that was
he,
almost perfect.
All right.
He stops in his tracks and he looks around and he's like, "This isn't good."
Why?
Well, clearly there's something nearby.
There are. Do you hear that?
No. Wait, do I hear it?
Roll perception.
A 20 total.
So you do hear some little rustling in the lower parts of the brush and some chattering and some little noises going around.
I'm sorry, what were those noises again?
I'm not doing it again. No. But nothing like super significant. He's like, sounds like there's quite a few of them. This is gonna be fun. And I need you all to roll for initiative.
13. Or no, 12. I have a +0. Never mind. Not a +1.
An 8.
I'm not last.
25. I think I'm first.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to be first most of the time.
Fenrir?
That's fine.
23.
Huh?
You son of a bitch.
Hold on a second.
What was yours?
Get the
23?
rolls
Jeez.
for the creatures.
Did you roll 20?
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
17. +8. The only incredible roll I'll ever have.
Challenge accepted.
23. That's the thing rustling. And where is the other one? There it is. And this. Of course.
For jocks.
Yeah, only jocks eat food. Nerds don't.
Nourishments for lamos.
Lamos.
So the initiative order is going to be Bartleby,
Uh-huh.
Fenrir,
Uh-huh.
a creature.
Uh-huh.
Then we will have Rosarin.
I'm a +0 dexterity, if that makes
No.
you...
Doesn't
Makes
matter.
sense.
Okay.
Val, and then another creature. Now I need to place the tokens. Give me 1 moment. You guys can place yours anywhere in the middle of the map, if you so choose.
All right, well,
We did it.
what direction is it?
I want to hide behind
Well,
someone.
it's clearly we were walking in this direction, and then we hear stuff from around us, so,
Yeah.
you know.
And also, we have a different order, right?
Yeah.
So it goes
I
like,
mean, it wouldn't,
right.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
that.
You don't have to be
Ish.
like in a line or anything, but...
Yeah.
At this point,
But-
you guys were like, yeah, there was a slight line, but
Is the captain with us?
the captain is with us. I should have made him a character sheet, but give me 1 second.
God damn, you are terrible.
And this will be the captain.
I hope he dies.
It won't be the
hope
first
not.
time we've killed a captain. Right, Sean?
Yeah.
I do not hope he dies.
Alright. Here we go. We got everything set up. Sorry I don't have note cards right now. I forgot them. Yeah, I'm a shitty DM, I know.
It's fine.
To know your initiative order, you have to check the clock, see where it's circling at.
Yeah. We went over the
don't
initiative
think the
rules
clock's
years
moved
ago.
yet.
It probably hasn't. I think
It
it's
doesn't.
not wound or
It doesn't.
the battery's dead.
Oh, I guess we're not going.
There's no initiative then. But like I said, it's again, we'll Bartleby, Fenrir, creature, Rosarin, Val, and another creature, because you rolled in that one.
Nice.
So we will start off. Bartleby, in the bushes around you, you can see little, maybe 6 to 8 inch tall, long-necked, small-armed fucking compies.
Yeah.
There's, if you look around, there's 3 around you, and then if you look ahead, there's about a swarm of them up ahead of you.
Okay.
About a swarm.
About a swarm.
About a swarm. Perfect.
Almost a swarm.
Undetermined number.
An undetermined. Actually, I think. No, they're still considered medium, so they only take up 1 space.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. So I assess the situation, and seeing that there's a few around me, I aim at the one nearest and toss first a hex for my bonus action.
Got it.
Right? That's how that works?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Do I have to do anything, or we just know it's hexed?
No,
I believe it is just hexed.
Here, put this -1 on there. On it.
Also, he said the name of the show.
He said bonus action.
Hold on that guy. Hold on that guy. All right, so is that all that is? I don't know. I don't even know what hex does, honestly.
I believe you deal
Here it is.
damage, and you can
Right there it
tell
is.
me
No,
what
no.
it gets a
Where are the
disadvantage.
for spells? There it is. Found it. Hex.
So you do an extra 1d6 to the target whenever you hit an attack.
Whenever I hit an attack.
So
All right, got it.
So you Eldritch Blast plus that, or
So
whatever
I
spell.
hex a dude. It takes one of my spell slots.
Mhm.
So I take that. So that way it's gone. Dude is hexed. And
And choose an ability to give it disadvantage on.
Strength, Dex.
Let's go Dex.
Dex.
Yeah. All right. And then I will Eldritch Blast that bitch.
Go for it.
Like so. It's a 4 plus a 4. So it does an 8.
You whiff that Eldritch Blast
Oh.
right over it.
Wait, why?
Can you miss?
That was the attack roll, was an 8?
Do I do an attack roll? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I didn't do that. Sorry. Attack roll. My bad. It is a 6 plus a 6.
12.
Yes. It's 12.
You whiff that Eldritch Blast right over this creature.
This is the worst game ever.
Are you going to move anywhere, or are you going to stay right where you
I'm
are?
going to stay nearby people.
Great. For the listeners, they are bunched up in pretty much a circle, and surrounding them are 3 compies, and then, like I said, the compy swarm is ahead of them towards the north. Next, Finrir.
If you give them -2 wisdom, you have to roll twice.
Does Hex, is it like Hunter's Mark where it moves? Or is it just...
Yeah, I believe it's like it's how it moves. I think it moves like
I don't
Hunter's
think-
Mark. I'm not too sure.
think
though.
it actually, I'll check, but
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to attack one of the ones that isn't hexed.
Okay.
So I'll run over to this guy.
This guy?
All right. So the guy on the
5, 10,
left of his.
15, 20, 25.
Okay, and I will attack him with my quarterstaff.
Got it. Go for it.
7 plus 6 is 15.
Just
7 plus 6?
That's not.
That's not what is
It's
it?
13.
13.
I can't do math.
Just barely. You go to swing, and you're like, "Oh, Scrappy Doo, let me at him." You go to swing up with your staff, and it just barely moves its neck out of the way.
Okay, but then I get a bonus. I can unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yes.
So I'll do that. That's an 18 plus
That hits.
6. 6 damage.
6 damage. Oof. All right, no problem. You knock it on its side, and it's almost like you're maybe just a little bit taller than this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you run over, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a fun fight." And you knock it on the side, and it like leans and looks at you, and you actually start to see the bruise to form almost immediately after you hit it. You dealt
Nice.
decent damage to it. Okay. Then it is the single compy's turns. The one that Finrir was fighting is going to attack him. The one that was hexed by Bartleby is going to run towards Bartleby. And they have a movement of 30, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I guess they're small. but-
55, actually.
Yeah.
That also makes
so
sense.
it would be able to get right to Bartleby.
Which one?
The one that you hexed and attacked.
Okay.
And the last one is going to make its way I mean, they're stupid creatures. It's going to go to the closest one to it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's going to go right to you again, Bartleby. And they
Great.
are... Sorry. They're going to make their attack rolls. We'll do the one that's fighting Fenrir first, which is... where is it at? 11 to hit.
I have an AC of 14. That means it misses.
14, and you're 17, Fenrir. So misses Fenrir. 12 misses Bartleby. And 13 misses Bartleby.
Haha.
They all go to chomp at you. Nothing happens. Rosarin, it's you. Val, you're on deck.
Well, I'm just gonna go... Actually, I could loop all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, because yeah.
Take on the big dude.
Can you make
1,
it?
2, 3, 4. I can't make it to it. Well, I could run to it.
They're 5 each.
Right.
5, 10, or 5. You could go. Oh wait, no. You're the actual token.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to make it to the swarm.
So then go to one of the guys near me, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the not hexed one back there.
The non-hexed?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
I just step right over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
can pass
halfling.
through my spot. Yeah.
Go for it. Attack.
Then I'm just gonna start with a regular attack. It's 13.
Just miss. These things are wily and small.
What the hell?
It's 14, guys. Come on.
14's a really high number for level 2s.
These are like halves.
Unbelievable.
These are CR halves.
Well, now whose turn is it?
It is Val's turn.
Alright, I want to disengage.
Okay.
You're not engaged.
This guy could attack me.
Oh, I suppose.
Yeah.
I want to cast Fairy Fire on these two without hitting my allies.
Okay. Is it-
So they need to make a Dex 13 saving throw.
Oh, and hey,
And that one has
disadvantage.
this one has disadvantage.
Natural 1.
Okay. For which one?
And we'll say the natural 1 was the one that doesn't have disadvantage.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 15 and I didn't call it beforehand for the one that has disadvantage. And 2. So yeah, they both fail.
Alright, so you guys have advantage against any attacks against them, so roll twice.
I'm not going to bother marking them. You guys know.
And I'm going to inspire Sean.
Nice, thank you.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Now it's the Swarm's turn. Actually, it's the Captain's turn, because I forgot to roll for him beforehand, so I'll just have him go after Val. The Captain is going to make his way towards the Swarm, because I believe he can get there.
It's at 5, 15, 5.
Yeah, 5, 15, 20, yeah. So good. He gets there, and he is just going to swing his scimitar, because he's a captain.
Glad you said scimitar.
What else would it be? And
He's the captain.
He rolls an 8, so he misses.
Wonderful.
Now does the Swarm. The Swarm is actually going to go after the Captain.
And the captain dies.
And the Captain's going to die.
I hope so. I told you guys were going to be lost in the woods.
You
I don't want to be lost in the
very
woods.
well could be.
Lost in the woods. Good song.
It actually, no. It misses with a 3. I'm not rolling good today, guys.
Nobody's
no one's
So
rolling
far.
well. This is why combat doesn't happen every session.
Yes, it should.
Bartleby, it's your turn.
Excellent. So I'm going to do what I did last time, except minus the hex. I'm just going to do an Eldritch Blast at the Dick Wiener closest to me.
I believe
You
that's
gotta-
a disadvantage
you gotta move.
because
You should disengage
you're
first.
Why?
right next to him.
You're in melee range.
You're melee.
It's a
should
ranged
have
attack?
disadvantage because
It's a ranged
spell.
attack.
Doesn't
So
Well, it
if
would
you
give you
have-
normal attack, but you should
It's
disengage.
unbelievable.
Unless you have like a melee spell.
Yeah, I guess not. Our D&D rules are stupid. Disengage, and then I'll just hop back a tad.
Mhm.
That works. I can go real far. It's got 120-foot range, I didn't realize. So I'm going to hit at the -1 dude. And look at that. 14 plus 6 is a 20.
That hits.
You can roll twice. You might hit a 20. You might go in at 20.
Yeah, true. And advantage,
Nope.
6 and 6. So the 20 hits.
Yeah.
And then my damage roll. The D10 plus 4 is an 11. 7 plus 4.
Plus 6 for your hex.
Oh, I'm going to do the hex.
Even though it's not needed.
Is a 2.
Is it 2?
So 13 damage.
You send this Eldritch Blast, you get so mad that you had to move. And it was like right in your range to try to bite you. You send this Eldritch Blast at it, and it hits it and actually throws its arms apart and lands to the ground. And
Good.
Things start to actually fizzle and disintegrate a little bit with this blast.
Die, vile beast.
Is there anything else you guys can remove that? Do you get to move your Hexblade when...
Yes.
Okay, so your next...
Bonus action, I can move it.
Yeah.
Do I don't. It doesn't cast again, does it? Because it's already
No,
cast.
no,
It
yeah.
just lasts an
As
hour.
long-
Yeah,
as long as you
keep your
concentrate for an
concentration.
hour.
If you give it disadvantage, on
So
wisdom, I
even
can use
even
my
after the
cantrip
fight,
DC.
even after the fight, you continue concentration on it for an hour in case you get into another fight.
All right.
That's how you can do that. With you can just if you were like a ranger that had a high enough spell casting level, like at level 8, I believe it lasts 8 hours. You can just cast it at the beginning of the day and just concentrate it all day.
Does it not need to have a target to be working? Are you? Then what are you concentrating on?
I'm concentrating on having the spell.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sorry, I didn't mean to make
I've
that
done
thing.
some research because, like, it doesn't say it needs a target.
Worry about it later.
But yeah, that's no big deal. It's probably not going to come into play. Finner.
I'll attack the one I'm standing right next to again.
You got it. You get advantage on that attack.
Good. That's a 16 plus 6, I think.
That hits.
Did you roll twice?
I got a 3 the first time. That's 9 damage.
9 damage.
Smash its skull in.
Actually, you're the green token, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that one did have, but we'll just keep it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I messed up. This is the thing. I always mess up on things sometimes. But you did how much damage?
9 damage.
You punch it into next year.
Okay.
Or yesterday.
So to use the
What's your-
quarterstaff.
Or you quarterstaff it into next
quarterstaff
year.
it
Or
into
yesterday.
Pay attention.
That one is dead.
Then can I move to the swarm
Yeah, you
with the
should have enough.
captain and then use my bonus action to attack it?
Yes.
Okay.
30?
I have 35 movement.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a 6. What does inspiration do?
You can roll again.
No.
No,
Oh,
that's-
inspiration. Yes, it
But- can roll your attack
That was
again.
But what's bardic inspiration?
Bardic Inspiration is a D6
at this point.
At this level, you get to add it.
I don't know what their
We
AC
don't,
is.
yeah, we don't know that one. The other one's
Yeah.
worth a 14.
Okay. I will use the bardic inspiration because I got a 12 plus 4 is 16.
Hits.
Nice.
I'm gonna double check the dice. Just in case.
5 damage.
I don't think I don't think it ever
damage?
starts at a 4. So
I don't think so either, but I don't know for sure.
Pretty sure it's...
yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
D6.
able to actually punch hard enough one of these that it goes flying and part of the swarm disappears a little
Nice.
bit. But
Excellent.
you dealt some decent damage. 5 damage is better than nothing.
Better than no damage.
Let's see. We have one more copy, and it is facing off against
Me.
Yep. So it is going to attack you. It misses. 2 plus numbers.
Yeah. No.
It misses. Which brings up Rosarin. It's your turn.
And I'm gonna swing right back at it, and it has fairy fire, so I have advantage.
18 plus something.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Or 23.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think I probably need to. Where's my
I hope he rolls a 1 and gets 0 pluses. No, it's a 2.
it's close.
even better.
I get plus 5 on my damage it has.
Still
so
not
I get
enough,
7
right?
damage.
7? No,
And I'm not gonna
what
waste
did
this
you
might.
attack with?
A longsword.
A long sword. So you swing at this thing. Oh wait, I did that reverse. You did 7 damage, so it would be... Yeah. You swing at this thing with a long sword, and like, for some reason you're swinging high when it's like down below, and you like nip it with the edge of the sword, and like you get a gash across its chest, but like, you kind of see its organs, but it's still living. It's hurting, but it's still living.
Gross.
Yes.
What if you just chopped off its tail? I could still live with that.
What's that?
Just, you can have it. It's fine.
So I'm going to then try to kite this thing over towards the swarm.
Okay.
So I'm going to move 30 feet this way.
All right. So you're going to move 30 feet towards the north-ish or away from them.
Yeah.
You're going to get an attack of opportunity.
Sure,
on you.
like they're going to hit.
Guess what I rolled?
Disadvantage.
A 19.
Disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
Roll again.
Oh, disadvantage.
Ah.
Disadvantage.
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
Oh, it's just
No,
advantage. Never mind.
It's just advantage.
Whatever.
It's fine.
It can do its like
it's-
2 damage to me.
It's
Take
bite.
that too.
Let's see. I have to go to the other beast sheet. Its bite is. Oh wow! I didn't even think about that. That's silly, but I'll do that. That's cool. It deals 1 point of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage.
Okay.
I didn't think these things would have poison, but it goes to show I didn't even look at the character sheet.
That's because they got like grossness in their
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
It's not really poison. It's just
It's just
grossness.
gross, yeah. That ends their turn. It is Val's turn.
I'm going to move here. Wait, hold on. Alright. Pretty sure I can hit from here. Yep, 60 feet. I'm gonna Vicious Mockery this guy.
What do you say to this thing to mock it? And
Die,
what's-
you idiot.
Die, you okay, and what's that? A wisdom save or charisma save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Let's see. It's 10. It's just flat 10.
Yeah.
So it fails. Do damage, which is just
I did 3.
3 damage. This thing is so sullen in what you just said to it that its head just drops. And it just starts breathing heavy and is actually bleeding out its mouth.
Sorry!
It has 1 health left. You couldn't have rolled a 4?
Couldn't roll 4.
Alright.
I'm going to Inspire Sean again.
Thank you.
Okay. Then the captain is going to attack the swarm. Let's see, I gave it a +4. So that hits. Let's see, he's attacking with a scimitar, which I believe is D8, right?
I don't know. I want to say it's probably a 6. I don't think it does
I think
as much
it's
as
a
a
D6.
longsword.
Well, I rolled a D8, so we'll go with that because I rolled a 5, so it's still less than what a D6 could do max. But he does 7 damage to the swarm. And then it is the swarm's turn, and he's going to.
It is a D6 for the
It is
next roll.
All right, for next time. It will bite at the captain because there's nothing. Oh no, you punched it too.
I did.
I mean, the captain just did more damage. Not even more damage, just attacked it. So it's gonna be dumb and attack the captain. And a nat 20. Hey.
Yay! Captains love dying.
Yeah, they do.
Is he dead?
4d6.
Yep.
Jeez.
So it's going to do 8.
This is amazing. I'm so happy.
9, 11, 16, 20, 40. Captain goes down.
Excellent.
Is Captain down or dead?
I'm gonna say he's down. He's not dead. I'm gonna say he's got a little bit more health than the rest of you guys. Not much. I mean, they do 40 damage. So the captain, these things just go and they actually swarm his space as well. So we don't have to move them, but they're in his space and they chomp on him, and he just so many chomps he goes down. Bartleby.
Yep.
It's your turn.
All right. I'm just going to do an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
It's 120
Do you
foot
want to
range.
move your hex?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that hex, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll cast that spell.
You're moving it to, I'm assuming, the swarm, even though that one guy or one thing has 1 health left.
I don't care about that thing. I'm going to do the swarm. That thing will be fine. I can always hex Rosarin over here, too.
It's true.
You could.
Give these creatures a fighting chance, you know? No, I'm going to Hex the Swarm and Eldritch Blast the Swarm.
Got it.
All right,
Send that
so...
Eldritch Blast.
What
Where's my
disadvantage?
spells thing? Eldritch Blast, number 1, is a 17 plus 6, which is 23. And the second one, 15 plus 6, which is 21. So either way, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Damage for the blast is 4 plus 4 is 8. And necrotic damage is 2. So 10 total.
Okay, not bad. You see a good number of this swarm just start to fizzle off.
Yeah, do that. And then I'm going to run away too.
Okay.
I'm going to just make my way 20, just a little bit ahead of the other guys to make sure that they're closer to the thing that's left.
That's smart. And that thing wasn't near you, right? There's
No, yeah, I was like 10
I think
feet
it already
away.
had its opportunity attack. I don't know. I don't care.
What's
It
the
did.
hex
You made the
disadvantage?
opportunity attack on me.
You did the hex's damage, right?
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
two.
so it was 10. And what's its disadvantage on?
Probably Dex again.
Okay. We are Fenrir.
Alright, I'm going to attack it with my quarterstaff.
Okie doke.
16,
It hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to unarmed strike it. Nat 20.
Nice.
It's just doubled.
Yeah, double dice roll.
14 damage. Wait, no. 3 plus, 14.
14. Wait,
It's 7 damage. Doubled.
double the dice roll.
So 6 plus 4 is 10.
10. Okay. You get a nice wallop with your quarterstaff and send a bunch of them off and away, and you see a few run off and scurry, and the rest of them, hit the ground, and you hear some cracking, and, the swarm is pretty much almost gone.
Mm.
You've cut it definitely in half, if not more,
Nice.
just by punching it. I like it. The one compy that's left and not doing good turns around and runs away. Because although it's dumb, it's survival of the fittest, and he's going to run away because he's got 1 health left, and he's not going to fight. So that one, you can just take it off the board. It's got 55 movement. It's off the board. Then we got Rosarian and Val on deck.
I will run over to the swarm and attack it.
Go for it.
Nat 20. It's super dead. Should I make it super dead?
Yeah, make it super easy.
All right, then I'm going to also use a divine smite.
Yep.
I'm just, you know
I don't
what?
care. I want it to be.
I want to see
super
the
dead.
damage. I want to
That's
see the
fine.
damage.
That's fine. I'm gonna say, how do you want to do this, even before knowing how much damage you're gonna roll?
Also, because I feel like it, I'd rather roll double the dice than double my dice.
That's
roll.
fine. However you want.
You have to just, as you hold your
All
sword
ones.
up, shout by the Knights of the Divine
Whatever.
Order of... whatever. You have to do this. Because I don't know what the hell you are.
If you when it comes to crits for the table, it's double the dice roll, so you can either roll 1 die and double it, or roll 2 die and add it. It's up to you guys. It's your choice. And I'll even say it now while we're waiting for him to get his dice. When it comes to, ability score increase levels, you can choose an ASI or a feat. It doesn't matter, there's no limit or whatever.
Just because real early, I feel like rolling 8 or 6
That's fine.
dice for damage.
Do you want a dice tray?
No.
No.
Okay. Is it more than...
11,
Yeah.
13,
How do you...
plus 12 is 23, plus 5 is 28 damage.
You dealt twice as much, and then some, of what it had left.
Good.
An actual
How
nuclear
do
bomb
you-
drops.
How do you decimate? This
Did
one.
did we give me the moon touched sword? I forget what I chose, or have we not gotten to those?
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Your...
We need the magic items.
I mean, if that's what you chose, then...
I
you
forget
have
if
it.
I said that or not, but I'm going with that. If
Then, yeah, you have
we
it.
would have those,
Yes.
though? Okay.
I'm supposed to have a magic item?
Oh
yeah,
is that
everyone
message?
had,
I probably saw it and ignored it because we were talking about Legos instead.
Yeah, everyone has, I believe it was a common...
Yeah,
All right, I'll have to figure that out. It's so cool. Yeah, I call Lego Infinity Gauntlet.
So I light up the sword, even though we don't need the light that it shines, and just smash down this sword charged with divine power onto this swarm of nothingness.
And what color is your divine power?
I mean, I would say purple.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go with it. My character definitely leaning to a dark purple vibe.
That works. So you swing down with this moon touch sword, and you hit this center part, just barely missing the captain that the swarm was like surrounding, and it just radiates around this purple power, and just explodes out all of the evil creatures, or all of the creatures that were attacking, and you decimated this swarm. But in this aftermath, you do have Val, it's your turn if you want to do anything before it gets to the captain's turn. He rolls his first death save.
I'll try a miss and check, I think.
Okay.
So I don't want to use a spell.
That's fine.
That's a 14.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that'll be enough.
Okay.
You go, you check, you grab any sort of wrappings that you have, you bandage him up, you check, check his breathing. He's breathing, he's not dead, but he might be out for a little bit. You guys might have to hang out for a bit until, he can actually come to. But he's stable at this point. You don't have the medicine ability, so you didn't heal him by one, but he's stable. And in about a half hour of you guys just check
I lay on hands for 1 point on him. I'm not about sitting around waiting for this dude to feel better. I give him exactly 1 HP.
That's fun.
Get up.
You give him you hit his chest and you're like, get up. Let's go.
Yeah. I basically shock him.
You're like, clear? And I don't know if that was all picked up, and you bring him back with 1 HP, and thank you.
I also heal my 4 HP with a separate lay on hands.
That's okay. That works. He looks and he's like, I wasn't expecting that. That went pretty tough, but we're almost there. Let's get going. And he just he grabs and pulls himself up and uses the shoulder of some of the halflings to get himself up fully. And he starts walking towards the camp. He's probably about an hour or so.
I turned to everyone else. I'm like, I don't know. I thought that went pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, it's not my fault he can't do anything.
So you guys continue to travel through this jungle about an hour. And as you get closer and closer to the garrison, you actually do start to notice the mountain range that you saw, capping the shoreline, getting tighter and tighter into this little valley opening. And as you actually reach the garrison itself, facing towards the jungle from you guys is sort of open, and that's where you start to see a lot of the tents. And in the direct middle of this area is this large, heavy leather tent set up with openings on all sides, seeming like sort of a gathering hall or like a food hall as well. On either side of the mountain is actually man-made steps going all the way up this mountain with 2 very tall bird's eye view sentry towers that they could see all the way around, even above the trees up on those mountains. And those mountains are pretty much just flat plateaus. You look up ahead of you, and you see this large, heavy log wood gate that is surrounded by just more heavy, large wooden fencing and barrier and protection from the other side. And the captain looks at all of you and he's like, we're here, we're at Shalepoint. They should be waiting for us. I had already sent a message out before we left. So they should be ready to see us. I don't know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna send you out, but let's go. And he takes you right into the middle to this large gathering tent, with these heavy hides on either end, and it right at the very front, up on like a stage-like area, is this dragonborn gentleman that you were only told a little bit about before you. Why is it doing this? Before you left, it's Chief Naldrith. You see he's a golden-scaled, sort of middle-aged dragonborn. You can see bright cyan-colored eyes, and his right arm is scarred all the way up his arm. He's actually missing a finger on that arm as well. He wears a half plate that looks like it's been tarnished, never polished. And on the right arm itself doesn't have any protection on it. And he does that you can tell he does that as a point of pride of the battle scars that he has on that arm. He looks towards you all and he's like, okay, alright. You're the group? Trying to do a different voice than the captain. I'm not quite doing it.
I guess so.
Alright, I was going to give him a high-pitched voice now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give him my voice.
Why not?
He's like, alright, well. So, Darkhorn said, you said that the ship went under? Yeah, we told them to stay with us. They went off course. Alright, well, this happened in the past. We found a few, not many. Here's what we're gonna do. You four, I hear you guys did some great work helping out with Kraken.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. We were definitely there.
Evil glare.
We helped. That's all they need to know. Is we helped.
you helped. I mean, you did some great work. And Captain, he looks up and he's like, I mean, they also saved my ass coming through the jungle, so...
You owe the order now, by the way, Captain.
We'll talk. I don't even know what this order is, but we'll talk. So the chief looks over and he's like, great. Well, here you guys go. And he snaps his fingers and a couple of people walk over with this giant mastiff. And he's like, this will be yours. He looks up in the skies. He's like, it's getting pretty late. If there's anybody out there, they should still be in their same condition tomorrow. We'll have you. We'll set you up in your tents tonight. And tomorrow, you got this little doggo. It's a big doggo, actually.
Can I ride it?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm gonna ride it. Not right now, but later.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
The chieftain.
All right, I guess maybe that should then be him rephrasing that as a question to the chieftain if he can ride it, as opposed to a general. Is this rideable thing?
The chieftain looks and he's like, we might have a saddle. We'll see. And he's like, well, if not, maybe we'll commission one for a future. But right now, we'll see what we got. We're going to set you up in your tents. You got this, big boy. Thanks for coming. Oh, welcome to Shalepoint. We got to find as many as we can. If you want to head out today, you definitely can, but it's getting pretty late. I don't know if you want to be out at night or out in the dark.
No, the captain's pretty fucked up.
Oh, the captain's not going with you.
Well...
And the captain's like, yeah, I'm staying here for the night. I'm headed back and helping with unloading the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty beat. I'll probably have a crew come with me to help unload the ship.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I don't think... It's night, right? It's dusk?
It's late afternoon, gonna be dusk by the time you get to the beach. Gonna be night by the time you get to the beach.
Yeah, then I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like, personally, this is probably a very pointless mission. I don't know that waiting at all is really going to make a difference.
And the chieftain looks and he's like, it won't. It really won't. But
As long
it's
as
worth
you
a
agree.
try. It's worth a try. So what he's doing?
Is it more dangerous at night, I assume?
It could be.
Then let's stay here, within the safety confines of this shanty town.
Alright, well, we'll get you guys set up, and the two that brought the mastiff, one of them brings it back to where they keep their hunting dogs and their searching dogs, and the other one, looks over and is like, alright guys, please, just come with me, in the morning, you can meet us back here, we'll set you up with the mastiff. I think, the chieftain himself wants to have you have a meeting with both him and the head arcanists, and then you can get on your way, so, bright and early, come on with me. And he brings you, if you guys follow, he brings you towards a set of tents that are not even set up. He's like, this is your area, set them up however you please, and have a good day. And he leaves.
I am not ready to relax yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more we can do in this camp?
You can take a look around. You can wander. He was just taking you to where you're staying.
I
So you
choose
can-
to wander.
Okay. Are you wandering by yourself, or are you wandering, is anyone going to go with, are you asking anyone to go with you? Just go by yourself.
I just start to wander.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
They can choose to follow if they want,
Yeah.
but I'm just walking other ways.
I'll follow him.
Okay. You gonna, sneak follow him, or are you just gonna go with
No, I'm just gonna walk with him.
Okay.
It seems like the right thing to do.
Val, Rosanna?
I slowly inch closer to Aaron.
Okay.
I think you would make a better town than this.
So do I. I don't know that I really want to do anything right now.
Well, you do have to put up your own tent, because
beyond that.
your retainers aren't on the island right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all start to
I'll set my tent up.
set your tent up. Are you, as you wander, Bartleby,
Mhm.
are you looking for anything important, or are you trying to?
Just trying to discern what this place really is, what people are doing, if there's any information to be gleaned or heard, to kind of guide what the next steps might be, other than traveling to a beach to look for people who are dead.
Yeah. As you travel, roll a general. Let's go with investigation. You're not really going to be asking around, but you're going to be listening. It's investigation or perception. You both can do this to see what you will take from what you're listening to. And
Yeah, so close. Investigation is a 12.
12, okay.
13 perception.
13 perception. Okay. So, would you be explaining to Bartleby anything you hear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start to hear, and Bartleby, you key on it a little bit. You start to hear tell of the mines, the mithril mines that are here. They haven't gotten stock in a while. They haven't heard from them in a while. You start to hear tell of some other large beasts out within the central points of the island itself. Occasional messages of strange happenings and humanoid type creatures coming up to people at night while they're camping outside the gates, but nothing solid. You do walk by at one point a smithy who has actually a lot of leather, the lizard's hide and other creature hides, as well as bones and things like that it's beaten into weapons and such. You do see a leather maker. You actually walk by a a little bit of a tower. It's like the tallest tent here. But that's that's all you can really see from it. It's just a tall tent with a very tight closed opening. And you just see some cooks and chefs and people just doing work around here. Some of the further in towards the center, towards the main tent, you do see more people actually starting to work on wood houses and thatch buildings and thatch roofs because they're settling more.
Sure.
But there's nothing really of note.
Okay.
But then for you, as you're walking around and you get closer to the gate,
Mm-hmm.
you just get a little twinge up in your head.
Fun.
And you hear her say, "There's something on the other side. There's something I want to see. I don't know when, and I don't care how long it takes, but I want to see it. There's a mountain with another storm. I want to see this."
Out of my head, woman. Out of my head.
And that's what we're going to call this session. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and you're going to get the outros in just a second. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you would like to find more of our content, you can head over to www.one-quest.com, or you can always help us by supporting us at patreon.com/onequest. If you can't support us there with dollars, though, you can go to your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all those fun places. Rate us, review us, subscribe to us. Those things all help a whole bunch. You can also find us on social media. It's facebook.com/onequestonline or at @one_quest on Twitter and Instagram. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/onequestvideo, and you can always send us an email to social@one-quest.com.